Are you looking for the best gaming keyboards? In this video, we will look at some of the 6 best gaming keyboards on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Keychron Q5 Pro and Q6 Pro. Several Wired Gear team members use Keychron mechanical keyboards every day. The company has a vast selection of keyboards. You'll find a few more in our guide. And they're all generally well built with a simple user experience. Excellent straight out of the box. These are sturdy, reliable, and satisfying to type on. Everything from the gaskets to the stabilizers is dialed in from the start, meaning there's hardly anything you need to upgrade save for personal preference. Between a full metal case, great repairability, customizability with hot swap sockets, and a solid typing sound, I don't have any real issues with the wireless Q5 Pro or Q6 Pro, 8 out of 10, Wired recommends, or anything else in the Q Pro line. These even support QMK/VIA, making remapping keys a breeze via the software. I think the Q5 Pro's layout is a good balance between the compactness of a tankuless TKL layout and the functionality of a traditional full-size keyboard. The Q6 Pro is the latter. It retains the number pad, arrow keys, and function row while cutting down the horizontal footprint by 2 keys, resulting in a layout that offers every key you'd need, with less hand movement than a full-size board. Overall, this keyboard is a fantastic option for efficiency-oriented typists who want an enjoyable typing experience and a sturdy build quality. Number 2. Razer Black Widow V4 The Black Widow V4 8 out of 10, Wired recommends, incorporates a lot of great innovations from the custom keyboard space into the framework of a gaming keyboard, improving almost every aspect of the average keyboard. I had a few small gripes with this keyboard's assembly and repairability, but it's a fantastic option for gamers who want to upgrade their typical Razer keyboard with extra features. This is a 75% layout, so it's smaller, eliminating areas like the numeric keypad typically found on a full-size keyboard. The factory-lubed Razer orange switches have a strong tactile bump and a satisfying typing sound, and the expectedly bright and flashy RGB lighting that's typically absent in premium keyboards, along with an ultra-fast 8000 Hz polling rate that's perfect for fast-paced gaming. While some details like the lack of wireless connectivity and the plastic bottom case weren't ideal, the typing experience and overall build quality more than made up for it. Number 3. Keychron V1 Max QMK. Keychron's V1 Max has most of the benefits of the Black Widow V4 without the extra bells and whistles to keep the price under $100. It's gasket-mounted, meaning the keyboard's plate is held into the case around the edges using strips of foam to isolate the plate from the case. This allows for some bounce and offers a quieter and more consistent typing sound across the keyboard. You also get wireless connectivity, RGB lighting, hot swap sockets, and a great overall typing feel out of the box. Like the Q5 and Q6 Pro above, it's fully programmable using QMK and VIA software, meaning every key can be remapped. The V1 Max only has a 1000 Hz polling rate compared to Razer's 8000 Hz, how fast the keyboard sends information to the computer, but 1000 Hz is more than enough for most fast-paced games. Its RGB is much more rudimentary, but the rest of its specs more than make up for this considering the price. In the time I used this keyboard, I found its typing experience fantastically poppy and crisp, and all the materials are shockingly nice solid keycaps, great switches, and a simple 2-piece plastic case that's easy to take apart. The largest trade-off is the quality of the case. The plastic isn't super thick, and the entire keyboard easily flexes when bent. However, the gasket mount system makes this hard to notice in regular use. More than that, a plastic case like this is lighter than metal, and any scrapes and dents it picks up will be much less obvious, making it an ideal candidate for use on the go or in an office, especially with the included wireless dongles for both USB-A and USB-C. Number 4. Keychron Q1 He. Keychron's Q1 He, 9 out of 10, Wired recommends, is probably the most refined Hall effect keyboard out there. Hall effect switches use magnets to identify key presses and are much more responsive and durable than mechanical switches. They're also adjustable. You can configure the W key to actuate with a slight press versus a full press, which can be handy for certain games. This is all available in Keychron's in-browser launcher software, which lets you adjust actuation points and response times, create multiple inputs at different distances, and even emulate a traditional controller joystick. With great switches, immense customization, and Keychron's usual high-quality gasket mount system, I enjoyed typing on and gaming with this keyboard more than any other optical or Hall effect keyboard I've used. Typing feels and sounds great, with a lower-pitched typing tone and smooth key presses. The bottom out feels softer than a traditional mechanical switch, but this softer typing feel can be better for longer typing sessions. Overall, it's just a really enjoyable keyboard and delivers an experience that won't disappoint, even if the Q1 he doesn't do anything crazy. Number 5. Low Free Flow 84. When I first learned about the Low Free Flow, I was skeptical. I've tried a few low-profile mechanical keyboards and never really saw the point. They all just felt and sounded like glorified laptop keyboards. But the Flow is different. With Kayla's full POM low-profile switches, a gasket-mounted metal case, and an impressive build, I genuinely found myself wanting to come back to this keyboard despite a pile of traditional mechanical keyboards, both personal and review samples, sitting next to me. While I love the typing experience and assembly, my only gripe is a small one. The LED backlighting doesn't work perfectly for the provided keycaps, since the LED is on the bottom of the switch and the text is on the top. Besides that, it's one of the first genuinely good low-profile keyboards I've typed on. Typing is smooth and satisfying, and the durable build reinforces all the best qualities of these fairly unconventional switches. Number 6. HHKB Studio. The Happy Hacking keyboard has been a mainstay in the mechanical keyboard community for years thanks to its fantastic layout and unique typing experience. The HHKB Studio, 8 out of 10, Wired recommends, takes the best parts of the previous generation and builds on them, adding a track point and touchpads to make navigation more streamlined. Along with this, the Studio has multi-device Bluetooth connectivity and hot swap sockets. The only downside of this model compared to other HHKB generations is the move from Topra to MX-style switches. But the company's unique switches serve as a great linear equivalent to the beloved tactile switch, and the standardized design allows for a lot more customization than before. While the price is high even on sale, I don't think any other options come close to what this keyboard can do. All the features blend well, and using the Studio eventually becomes second nature.